What's up, guys? This is Dan. I'm here with my wife, Sparkle. So it's been about a week since the Boss of Bosses 2 powerlifting meet that we held. And I just want to give you guys a little bit of a recap of what went on and some of the lifting and some of the cooler things that happened this weekend. Before I get into kind of actually what happened in the weekend, I wanted to just kind of give people a little bit of an idea of what we were trying to accomplish with the meet, what the vision was for the meet and the event. I've been in powerlifting since 2007, and I've been to a lot of meets in the U.S., internationally. And one of the things I've been fortunate enough to experience is a lot of meets have features that are good, and a lot of meets have features that are kind of not that great. So we really wanted to make a meet that just takes from all the kind of the good things from all the meets I've been to, and put together a meet that really attracts great lifters to showcase the best lifters from the U.S. and around the world. To do it in a venue that's really great. We wanted to have it streamed where people could really enjoy watching powerlifting and not just feel like it's like a slow, long day to watch. We wanted to get a chance for people to get to meet and lift with the people that are really the top lifters. I know one of the cool things I've experienced as a powerlifter is that when I grew up, or when I came up in some of the smaller meets I started in, whenever I would get a chance to meet and talk to guys who had more experience or guys who were better lifters than me, they were always really receptive, and I definitely enjoyed that part of the sport. So we really wanted to showcase these top lifters in the meet, and not only showcase them, but give people a way to really interact with them and to meet them, and to kind of pay them both the respect of being the best lifters, but also give the spectators and fans and other lifters and just everyone else a chance to get to meet them and talk to them in a really good way. So this is kind of where we started with. The night before the meet, we had a press conference. So the idea of the press conference is we're just going to get a chance for all the people who are really being showcased as the top lifters in the meet, the men and the women, and give any fan or spectator or even other lifters a chance to just come and ask them questions or kind of pick their brain a little bit. And that was really fun. We had a pretty good crowd of people, and we also wanted to just kind of include just to include people who wouldn't have even thought to get involved in that. So we gave out some free tickets for that one, just as part of like our hashtag promotion. We also had, during the meet, we had sort of one platform where we had all these top lifters getting to compete head to head. So we sort of had it as like a marquee platform, or like a VIP segment of the meet. What I thought was really cool about that is just to give the lifters a chance to have their own kind of warm-up area where they could really focus on getting ready for the meet, to have a little bit of privacy, and to just have have a distraction-free setup before all of their lifts and all the events. On top of the meet itself, we had a awards banquet afterwards, which again is just a nice way for people to kind of get together, hang out with their friends, their lifting friends, their training partners, hang out with some of the lifters that they see on on the internet or on Facebook and stuff, but don't really ever get to interact with in person unless they're at a meet. So some of the real stars of the powerlifting kind of sport were there, and people got a great chance to meet them. And that included having Ed Cohn. He was really sort of like the ambassador of powerlifting at this point, and a lot of people really enjoyed getting to see him at the meet and meet him at the banquet. All right, and then the lifting itself from the meet was pretty spectacular. I guess one last thing kind of about the meet itself. I think there's a lot of great lifters in the sport, and one of the things that's kind of exciting about this weekend is really to put together a meet that gives these lifters a chance to compete head to head and kind of just take the respect that they deserve. Lifters getting to lift head to head, sort of that's the true nature of competition. So instead of instead of people just having videos of their training or lifting in meets that are meets where the top lifters don't really have any serious competition. It's a great way to really match up some of the best lifters and make them compete against each other. And I think the ones who showed up, I mean, they shined, and it was great to see top competition going head to head. For the men, there were some pretty awesome, spectacular lifts. I think first and the most popular, everybody saw Andrei Malanichev. He squatted 1036. That's 470 kilograms. That's the biggest squat in the history of raw powerlifting. And
oh yeah, that was amazing.
It's pretty awesome. He was squatting in wraps. Derek Kendall, he lifted in knee sleeves. Derek Kendall squatted 909. That's a 412.5 kilogram squat. Both of those two guys took best lifters. Andre won best lifter for the knee wrap component, the Raw Classic. He had a 2441 total. That's 1107.5 kilograms. It's pretty sweet. Derek won with 2254 total. That's 1,022.5 kilograms. So he won best lifter in the raw side. I want to give a shout out to Jeremy Hamilton. He set a new record in the 220 in the classic raw.
His first time competing in wraps.
His first time. That's true. First time competing in wraps. He lifted 963 kilograms, which I think is 21:23. So that set a new world record. He beat me in competition head to head. So congrats. We also had a bench only component of the men's competition.
Unintentional.
We actually had not designed the meet to have men's bench only, but there were a number of lifters who, for whatever reason, needed to bench.
Right.
And so we were actually pretty happy to accommodate that because we had some awesome benching. The biggest highlight of the day, and actually for him, Jeremy Hornstra, probably not even close to his best day, he lifted a 628 bench in the 242 pound class. There was a point when that would have been a world record, but he's lifted much higher than that in other meets. So for him, it was kind of just a basic day. But he won, and he won best lifter out of the benching. So
how many guys competing in bench?
I think we had 8 guys in bench only.
Right. It's pretty impressive to not have a bench.
One of the most impressive things about the men's day, we had 10 lifters total 2,000 pounds or higher. There were 5 from the classic raw, 5 from raw. I don't think I've ever been to a meet where 10 guys totaled over 2,000. So that's pretty awesome.
I don't know. It sounds awesome.
All right, let's get into the ladies. On the ladies' side, Sunday, the ladies competed on Sunday. Jen Rotzinger had the best day. She won best lifter. She totaled 925 at 114 pounds, which is very, very close to the world record total.
She won best lifter for the girls.
She won best lifter for the women.
The raw.
And this was lifting in the raw category. She's a phenomenal lifter. It was awesome to see her in person. I've watched her lift online, but getting to see her in person was pretty awesome.
Well, no, you saw her at Rome. Was she at Rome? Yeah, she did good at Rome.
So, yeah, for the classic raw division, it was a little bit of a smaller division for the women. Danielle Columbi, she had 865 total, 392.5 kilograms. That was at a body weight, I believe, of 114.
Also.
Our smallest competitor, that's Stacia Almahone.
Is it Stacia or Stacia?
Stacia.
Oh, Stacia. Okay. She's so cute.
So Stacia is 18. She competes at 97 pounds, and I think everything she did was like a world record. She totaled 703 at 97.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's a 319 kilogram total. All right, so we had great lifting on the men's day and the women's day. As for me and my personal lifting, I had a really great time. I didn't lift any PRs. It wasn't definitely not my best performance, but I can't really complain. I had a chance at the end of the meet to deadlift for the win and to set a record, but I wasn't able to do it. I don't really have any regrets about that. It was a fun and exciting meet.
Yeah. I'm proud of you, baby.
I will, however, be back in the 220s. I am feeling a little bit banged up after the meet, so while I was possibly going to compete a couple weeks from now in Las Vegas at the GPC Worlds, I'm going to wait a little bit, and next competition will be in November 7th, the Reebok Record Breakers. So it gives me about 10 weeks. And
that's at CSA, Jesse's gym.
This is at CSA. So I want to just give out a number of thank yous to people who made this meet possible. First, I just want to say thank you, God, for putting me in a position where I'm just surrounded by so many amazing people who are so passionate about the same sport that I am and my wife. Second, without my wife, I want to thank my wife. She is pretty much the dynamo who made everything about this meet possible. I'm pretty much just the dreamer, and I think of a lot of cool ideas that I think would be great. And I watch her go sleepless nights and basically just put in a ton of work. She's very resourceful. She's very good at calling on people for all sorts of tasks, and her ability to just organize the events and just really pull together such a large number of people is pretty awesome.
Thank you.
I also want to thank just the huge amount of help that we had from people who are either lifters at the gym or supporters.
Yeah.
We probably had 50 helpers every day of the meet. People that without these people, we wouldn't have been able to set up the meet, we wouldn't have been able to operate the meet, nor take the meet down quickly like we're roadies at a concert after the meet, so we could get out of the venue. Specifically, I want to just give a special thank you to 3 people who helped me to make the live stream possible. That's Jess, Victor, and Joe. They have some very amazing skills, and again, me being the dreamer, I said, I think it would be really cool if we did this, and they made it happen. So,
besides a couple of things which we hope to incorporate next year.
Yeah, so the live stream this year, I was very happy with a lot of the feedback that we got, and I think next year we'll, hopefully we can just even go further and make it even better.
I think it will be.
The last thing I want to say is just thank you to all the sponsors that we had. It's some very, very awesome sponsors. They're both generous and enthusiastic. First, I'll just like to say especially thank you to Emad Naif. He was the person behind Dame Group, the presenting sponsor for the meet. So he was very, very helpful, and he actually came all the way from Australia to lift in the meet. So thank you.
We're blessed to have him.
Yeah, awesome. Our 2 main sponsors for the meet were Mike Rashid. He has Alpha Academy, so thank you, Mike, and bodybuilding.com. Additionally, Chris Duffin has Kabuki Strength. We had Bench Blocks, Power Belly Gear, Caffeine in Kilos, AC. It was pretty awesome just to have so many very, very good sponsors to help us make the meet happen. Yeah, and there were so many more people really behind the scenes that were just helping Sparkle to do all the things that she was doing. So I think she'll be able to touch on that.
So one of the first people or persons that I want to thank is Jenna Doyle. She's amazing. She competed on Sunday, and she was up, 3-4 nights before the meet without sleeping, just busting her ass, making sure the meet was set up and ready, and making sure we got in and out on time. And then when we found out, there wasn't any ACs, air conditioner, she called the day of the meet, knowing that she has to compete the next day, and she hustled and got us some fans. She rented some really big commercial fans, which is just amazing. It was a lifesaver. So Jenna, thank you so much for all your help. Nothing went unnoticed. We appreciate it. Jordan, who's the ART Kyra guy in the back, helping everybody fix their backs and cracks. And
yeah, Jordan's been very helpful for me personally, just building up to the meet. The Muscle Doc is what he goes by
on Instagram. So look him up, Muscle Doc. So Jordan, thank you so much for all your help. Everybody loved you. I think especially Ed Cohn loved you. And then to Josh Avery, you're amazing. You helped set up all the booths. You helped me run my booth. Went out, took care of all the last minute errands. Thank you so much, Josh. We appreciate it. And to all the girls and guys helping at the score table, busting their ass, spotting and loading. You guys are amazing. I wasn't expecting that much help, but it just brings tears to my eyes how much you guys helped. Amanda, Christine, and Lizzie, thank you guys so much for grabbing the U-Haul, you know, getting the judges food and water and make sure everyone's taken care of. Really appreciate it. Ed Cohn, of course, we can't thank you enough. I think we mentioned your name one too many times already, but we're very fortunate and privileged to have you down, and even though you wouldn't let us spoil you, we're going to take care of you. So thank you so much for coming at the awards dinner. You're definitely the icing on the cake. And most people don't know who this girl is at all, but Angela, you're amazing. Angela's the person who booked all the hotels. She made sure every hotel that we got a discount. She was in contact with corporate, and she was also in contact with me, making sure that people were able to book their rooms. So Angela, thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, to all of our helpers, Jeff behind the scenes right now, who is my gym manager, all of my Boss Barbell members, you guys are just amazing. Thank you so much for everyone who helped out with this meet. It couldn't have been possible without you guys. So.
Yeah, and really want to thank the spectators and fans, people who watched live stream as well.
Yeah.
Just the overwhelming support for the meet was very, very exciting to see. And actually, I just want to have one more set of thank yous here. My training partners that helped me to prepare for the meet, I want to thank them.
You want to say their names?
There's a lot of them. But I also want to thank, I had Josh Bryant. He was helping me with some of my bench training for this meet, so you can look him up, Jailhouse Strength. He was very helpful. Even though I didn't have the meet I wanted, it's great to work with him.
So for the ACs, the air condition, we do apologize for that. You know, it was under our impression that there was going to be ACs, but there wasn't. So as soon as we found out there wasn't an AC, we went out and we attacked the issue as soon as possible. So once again, our apologies for that. You guys were surprised and we were surprised as well. So I think we went over everything with the meet. It was a great meet in my opinion. I was running around like crazy. I don't really remember much. Everything is just a blur to me. We're still recovering. I just got my voice back. So overall, I think it was a really good meet. Definitely better than last year, and I could just see the future being better.
Yeah, I would just say I just love the sport of powerlifting, and to be involved in that meet, it was a blur to kind of compete and to prepare and be involved in the whole, basically like every phase of the meet. That was very draining. It's kind of why it took so long to make this video, but it was just a pleasure to be around so many people who had such a good time.
Yeah.
And who told us that they had watched it, or they told us that their dads were watching it at work or whatever. So it was very, very cool, and I'm just even more excited for what possibilities there will be for next year.
Yes, I mean, going forward, we just want to thank everyone who came and spectated, and all the helpers, everyone who even looked at me, really appreciate it. And for those who I met for the first time and I was very short-answered with, I do apologize if some of you guys felt that I was rude or that I didn't spend much time with you. That's something for next year that I would definitely want to reevaluate. I appreciate everyone coming out. We have people from Canada, Australia, Russia, Hawaii, the UK. We even had guys come from, what country is that?
I think we had 3 guys that came just to watch the meet from Cairo, Egypt.
That's amazing. I mean, we have people all over the world here, and as much as I just wanted to like give people a hug and I talk to them for hours, I couldn't even talk to my husband for 2 minutes. It was a really busy week, and I'm not making an excuse for my attitude. I was a little overwhelmed and stressed out, and I really just wanted everybody to have a good time and make sure that all the lifters were taken care of very well. And so again, my apologies if I came off rude to anyone. Definitely wasn't my intention. And next year, I really hope to spend a lot more time with people, especially the people that we invite out. So thank you guys so much. And we're excited for next year. It's going to be bigger and better. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, that's a wrap.
All right, it's a wrap.